Hi there, hope you are doing well. Welcome to my channel, the Tricknology. Hope you have liked my previous video, which was the basics of Excel, where I have briefed few basics of Excel and also talked about the Home tab. Please do not forget to press the like and subscribe button to see new updates on my channel. Today we will be discussing about next tab, that is the Insert. Insert, as the name suggests, help us to insert table, charts, symbols, pictures, equations, etc. Since this topic is very vast, we will be looking on pivot table today. So to brief you about the pivot table, I have created this data. The first and foremost thing is to understand what the data is about. So this data is about 4 regions: East, West, North, South, which is having few customers and they sell products LG and Sony. And their sales figure in the year 2018 and 2019 is been given. So to begin with pivot table, what we have to first do is we have to select any particular cell in the table. Then go to insert, then pivot table. So you can see that once we clicked on pivot table, the entire region of the data is been selected. In the right hand side, you can see there is a window which says that you can select a table or range, which is automatically selected for us. In case you want to edit this, you can do so. There is another option which says that where you want the pivot table to be created. So for that, you can either select a new worksheet or you can select existing worksheet. In case you select existing worksheet, you also have to mention where you want the pivot to be generated. So for that, you can select any empty cell in the existing worksheet. But for this video, I am selecting new worksheet and selecting on OK. So you can see that Excel has generated one additional sheet, which is named as sheet 3, and there is a pivot table which has no data into it. So in the right hand side, if you see, there are few fields that are being given to us. Now it depends on how you want to create a view on this data. So for example, I want to know the sales figure region wise. So what I can do is I can click on region and select on sales in 2018, sales in 2019, and see how in a summarized way things are shown to me by the system. So Eastern region is giving me a sales of 932 in the year 2018, and the same Eastern region is giving me a sales of 830 in the year 2019. And not only this, if you want to have a brief interpretation about the customers versus the sales, you can also click on customer name and it will show you the customers and the sales figures generated. Or you can also do the same with product, you can just click on product and then see LG is giving you a sale of 1292, whereas Sony is giving you a sale of 1051 in the year 2018. So one thing which is good to notice is pivot table is giving you the sum of the sale and the grand total is also automatically generated. Now let's suppose we want to see a very big picture of the data. So for that, I would select region, maybe customers, and then the product sales figure of 2018 and 19. So here you can see that LG is having a customer from East, North, South, West, all the 4 regions, and from East, it is having 1 customer, from North 2 customers, and so on. So this is also something very interesting anybody dealing with data would like to see. And one more advantage of looking the pivot table is you can simply take the print of this and not go back to the depth of the data individually, so that corrective action can be taken. You can get a summary vision of the entire data. Now one thing I would like to highlight here is regarding regarding analyze. So if you notice, if I click anywhere outside the pivot table, this option is not given to me. But if I click anywhere inside the pivot table, I get two options, analyze and design. Now let's see what analyze does for us. For this, I will select customer name, sales figure of the 2 years. Now suppose in case I want to make some changes here. Suppose I want to change the name of this person Gil as maybe Gil 1. Okay, and I just come to the pivot table and then see the name is not being changed here at all. Now what we are supposed to do to get the changes reflected in the pivot table once we do any change in the data? For that, you can go to analyze, you can select refresh button here, and then you can check that the system has refreshed the data and maybe regenerated the pivot table with the correct data which has been updated. This is regarding refresh. Now there might be scenario like I might have add one more tab called as total sales, which is nothing but sum of sales in 2018 and 2019. So what I will do is simply click on all is equals to, which will sum up the things for me automatically, and I will just drag till the end so that I get the result till the end. You can see that I have generated one more column called as total sales. Now when I come back to pivot once again, you can see that there is no such option given in the pivot table field at all. Now what I am supposed to do to get that option here? So that is also very simple. I will once again go to analyze. I will change the data source, and then I will reselect the region I want to work with. Click on OK. Now you can see the total sales figure the field is being populating here, and which you can select and get the sum of the total sales here. Now another thing what you can do is, like, suppose you want to clear the entire data. So one of the option is like you unselect everything. But in case there are huge options or huge field given here, that unselection will take a lot of time. One simple way to do is you just go to analyze and clear. You can see that the entire data is being cleared for you. But to delete this table, you need to either delete the entire sheet, or you can simply select the entire table, go to home and click on clear all. So you can see the data has been cleared. So this is how pivot makes our job easy. Now one more important and good thing about pivot is it helps to insert slicer. Now what do you mean by this? For example, what happens if I select this? Let me show that. Let me select inside slicer, and let me select the region and click on OK. So you can see that a filter like table is being generated. So when I click on East, it will automatically filter out the data of East and so on. So this is also a very good option which is useful for analysis. And if you want to delete this table, you can simply click on the table and just press the delete button. Yeah, that's all about today's session.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel.